Welcome to Yin practice today. We're going to have very quiet and slow practice, maybe even more slow than usual. You might like to just start by sitting on the edge of a support. It can be a bolster if you have one, or a rolled up blanket or towel, whatever you might have that might support the spine just a little. Let's start our practice as we always do, just by allowing ourselves to arrive. Letting go of any busyness this morning. Even on a Sunday, often our mind is racing. So just allow yourself to be here on the mat. Let's start by just focusing on all those parts of our body that connect with the earth. What else can we soften and relax down into the support of the ground? You might like to just notice the feeling of air on the skin. It's a cool morning air. Maybe the feeling of your tongue resting in the mouth. Let's take our arms down by the side. We'll take a breath in to invite in new learning, new energy, new beginning. Lift the hands overhead. And then when you're ready, sigh out and just feel that sense of sinking, surrendering. Maybe just letting go of anything we're holding on to. Let's take another breath, lifting up. And letting go. And one more time. We'll come into our first yin shape today. We're going to just lie down over our bolster so it supports the spine. You might have the very base of your tailbone at one end or just off the end of your bolster. Knees can be raised, feet flat to the floor. Just allow your shoulders to roll over the edge of the bolster so chest is open. And ideally, back of your head is supported. So if your support doesn't quite reach that far, just allow your head, your tailbone to come over the edge. And you might take a moment just to scan the whole length of your spine. What else can we let go of? Once you feel still, just bring attention to the breath. Belly expands as we breathe in. And then we sigh out, Feel the spine sink even lower, belly sinking down. Whenever you're ready, we're going to allow our knees to come out to the sides and bring the soles of our feet together. Leave your back where it is. So soles of the feet draw in towards each other, knees are heavy. Just notice as you take this shape whether your spine tends to curl up. Make sure the shoulders are heavy, not hunched up towards the ears. Just allow the sensation to move a little onto the inside of the legs. You might like to experiment by taking the feet a little further away from the tailbone or drawing them in a little closer and just noticing where the sensation moves. As you sigh out, you might feel the knees drop a little deeper into the feeling. When you're ready, just bring attention back to the breath, following each breath all the way. You might like to take a deep sigh as you let go of your next breath. End of your next breath, you might like to slowly draw the knees back towards each other. And then we'll press through the elbows, keep them close to the side of the body. Slowly lift the head up. And you might like to stay on the edge of your bolster, maybe just open the knees from side to side. And when you're ready, we'll take the legs wide. You might like to press into the heels and curl the toes just a little. And just walk the hands, let the head be heavy. I'm not trying to stretch, just letting our upper body sink down. And this one you should feel a little bit in the thighs again, quite strongly in the hip bones, maybe a little on the outside of the legs. As you sigh out, you might find your head sink a little deeper. And as you breathe in, you might feel your belly pressing out towards the thighs. Maybe a sense of breath coming from the middle of the body. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Slowly lifting the head up. We're going to slide off the bolster, draw the legs back in, and just keep the bolster at the side. We'll come back onto our backs. And this time we're going to just draw the bolster sideways along the base of the tailbone. So just lift the tailbone up. And you might like to just bring it right to the base of the tailbone so the spine is heavy, but the pelvic bone is lifted up. And just move around until you feel comfortable here. You want spine to be heavy. Tuck your chin in as much as you can. Back of the head is heavy. And you might like to roll your thumbs down towards the ground, just allowing your shoulders to drop back towards the ground. Come off your shoulder blades just a little. And once you're in this shape, you can extend your legs out if you want, or you can keep your knees bent, whatever works best for your body. Notice wherever your mind is taking you, if it's rolling back through the fog of the past, or the dreams of the future running ahead, whichever one might be. You can neither change the past nor control the future, so you might just come back to the breath. Let's remind ourselves we don't need to know where we're going. We just need to take the first step, the next step. So just notice what it's like to be here on the mat in this moment. If you feel like your mind drifts up again, just ask yourself, why is it so hard to be right here? What can I find out about myself just by being here in this sensation? At the end of your next breath, just slide the bolster away from the body. And we're going to slowly reach in between our legs And just grab a hold of the legs. Now, we want to keep our spine heavy here. So when you do this shape in a yoga class as happy baby, you might lift your head or you might lift your tailbone. But today we just want to find a comfortable spot where we can draw the knees into the chest, keeping the head heavy. So you might just have hands on your knees or on your shins. Tailbone stays heavy, head stays heavy. You might like to rock a little from side to side. Take a moment just to scan through your cheeks, your jaw. Just make sure there's no tension. You might like to invite that hint of cheeky grin into the corners of your mouth. Soften through the shoulders, through the back of the neck. We want all our sensation here to be in hips, back of the thighs, inside of the thighs. Maybe a little in our IT band on the outside of the leg. If you feel like you're reaching up or you're tensing your arms or your shoulders, just drop them back. Just notice how it feels. Upper body soft and all the sensation on our legs. If you feel like you just can't get rid of that upper body sensation, just take the hands to the knees. It's fine. Just let it go. No more pushing, no more striving. Just this sense of allowing life to be with us, not against us. Let's take 3 more breaths here. See if you can really sigh it out. Let's take one hand in each knee, and we might just roll a little opening through the hips. And let's press our elbows into the floor. Lift our head up slow as we can. Take your time. And we're going to roll over our knees. Extend our legs long. And just drop the pelvic bone down, bringing the elbows under the shoulders. See if you can take that neck long, head heavy. And you might like to draw the shoulder blades down the spine towards the tailbone. Just feel the belly pressing into the mat as we breathe in, welcome in new oxygen to the body. And sighing out, sinking down. We'll just be here a minute or so. At the end of your next breath, we're going to take our right arm across and under our body. Just lie the whole body down onto it. You might like to just rest on your other hand or forearm. And then we'll bend our left leg and just take the knee up along the ground, up towards the extended arm. So our left hip is open and heavy. And you should feel all the sensation here on the very top of your shoulder joint. Just let it be there. Body is heavy and melting into the ground. When you're ready, we'll take our left hand over to meet the right hand, extending to the side of the body. Just let your head be heavy. And we're going to very slowly leave our knee heavy to the ground. Take our left hand and raise it high. And as slow as we can, just lifting up and taking it over the body. You'll feel your spine twisting and slowly opening up as your shoulder drops down. Just let that happen. Sigh out. Allow the spine to open up one vertebrae at a time. Whenever you're ready, slowly take that arm back over the body. We'll roll back onto our belly. Pressing ourselves up, we'll take the left arm under the body, just like we did on the other side. Just drop everything down. You might bend the right knee and just open that right hip now, extending it out towards the hand. Let's slowly bring our right hand to meet the left, just like we did on the other side. Keep that knee heavy as you slowly take the arm up and over the body. You might take a few breaths, just letting it open. in its own time. What else can we sigh out, let go of? And you're ready, we're going to roll onto our back. So just take the right leg over the body. You'll be facing opposite direction, that's okay. Just allow yourself to extend out. You might allow the feet to flop out. Arms come by the side of the body. You might like to just scan the body from head to toe, back of the skull, top of the shoulders, tailbone, back of the thighs and calves, heels. Take a moment to notice wherever your mind is, whatever place, whatever time. You might just invite it back to the body, maybe stretching the fingers or rolling the wrists. You might like to curl the toes in, wiggle them about. If you'd like to join me, reach the arms above the head in a yawn. And then let's roll onto the side of our body. You might draw the knees up. And let's take our hands under the shoulder, press ourselves up. And we'll just meet in a seated position. Let's bring our palms to heart center. Take a moment to notice how you feel after just half an hour of yin practice. Let's bow our heads in gratitude for practice today and shared energy of practicing together each week.